Jumanji, the next level, is going to the next level. Jumanji, the next level is the sequel to 2017's Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, which is a remake of 1995's Jumanji starring Robin Williams. Welcome to the Jungle was about a group of kids who get sucked into a video game and through a bunch of avatars have to take a jewel and place it into a statue in order to lift the curse brought upon by a guy with a serious vitamin D deficiency. Jumanji, the next level is about a group of young adults who get sucked into a video game and through a bunch of avatars have to take a necklace and show it to the sun in order to lift a curse brought upon by a guy with a serious vitamin D deficiency. Wait, what? Welcome to the Jungle was a surprise hit thanks to its blend of strong acting, comedy, and visuals. For the sequel, the studio wisely takes a page out of its 22 Jump Street playbook by using the formula that made its predecessor successful and mixing it up just enough to keep it fresh and enjoyable.
See, the guys in charge of this stuff lack creativity and are completely out of ideas. So all they do now is recycle shit from the past and expect us all not to notice.
In this one, you've got most of your 2017 cast returning, starting with the youth, along with Mr. Smoldering Intensity, a guy who fears roller coasters, a makeup-free Nebula, and a black version of Jack Black. Newcomers include a retired Penguin, an older Roger Murdoch, the Hound, and Aquafina. No, the other Aquafina. In this movie, the reason for entering the video game is different. The original cast go in to save their one emo friend who decides to be a complete jackass and willingly enter the game because he doesn't like it outside in the real world.
What is real? How do you define real?
Since he's nothing more than a little... This time you also have a couple of geriatrics thrown into the mix as well. Because damn it, it's 2019 and we all love us a nice slice of some Me Too pie. Especially me. Why do you think I'm so fit? I do love me some pie.
It's not what it looks like.
All jokes aside, the story works because introducing a couple of clueless old men totally changes the dynamic in a good way. You've got the veteran youth who ran through the game the first time, now babysitting the old newcomers and trying to keep them from inadvertently killing themselves before reaching their goal. Problem is, you've got the Hound in the way. I mean, Jurgen the Brutal. Before the inevitable showdown, the group runs into conflict along the way, including various not-so-friendly animals that would horrify even the most ardent of PETA's supporters. Yes, many animals were harmed during the making of this film. But don't worry, none were killed. There's not a lot to dislike here. I was kind of on the fence for the first one, but the sequel does everything better. It's much funnier. I was laughing way more than the Joker ever did. And that's thanks to the acting. In Welcome to the Jungle, it was amusing seeing Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart portraying teenage boys. Or in the case of Jack Black, a ditzy teenage girl.
This can't actually be happening.
In the next level, the actors are allowed to flaunt their skills even more by playing different, or in some cases, multiple characters. From The Rock emulating Danny DeVito's clueless grandpa character, to Kevin Hart's usually manic performances being dialed down to reflect Danny Glover's Milo. You've got a kind of, but also not really, modern-day Tropic Thunder situation here. Acting within acting. Kirk Lazarus would be proud.
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Other stars shine as well, particularly Jack Black and especially newcomer Aquafina. Again, not that Aquafina. That one. For an actress who's not established in this franchise, she was my standout, doing an extraordinary job of being an avatar for different personalities. Another thing I enjoyed, unlike in Welcome to the Jungle, was that the high school archetypes and cliches were dumped in favor of more relatable and likable characters. If you have friends, then the story will resonate more with you. But if you don't, well, that's what I'm here for. I also found that the visuals in the next level were taken to the next level. I'm glad the studio decided to show us more locales than just a jungle. This time we're taken through a desert, Arabian town, snowy forest, and a mountain whose brother the heroes ultimately confront because, get it? It takes place up in the mountains, and the mountain was the brother of the... never mind. This film is definitely of the feel-good variety, with storytelling harkening back to simpler times of movies like Indiana Jones and Top Gun, where you didn't have quintuple crossovers, giant shared universes, or multiple time paradoxes that ended up torpedoing a franchise. Now, as far as what I didn't like about this movie, it's less what I didn't like and more what could have been improved upon. Obviously, only few movies can be a complete masterpiece. I actually wasn't a fan of Spencer's character this time around. Without spoiling too much, let's just say he does too much. Additionally, I found that there were a couple of holes in the plot. Nothing major like the ones littering the X-Men franchise or a Soviet-era submarine, but glaring enough to be noticed. I also thought the ending for one of the characters, which the movie passes off as being happy, could be seen as a bit of a downer. But that's entirely subjective, because if this is you, then you're good. And lastly, it would have been nice to see the characters interacting with more animals, although the WWF might think otherwise. So to sum up Jumanji The Next Level, thanks to its blend of action, comedy, and visuals, I went in expecting to be entertained.
Are you not entertained?
Yes, I was, damn it, and it was even better than I thought. I'm looking at you, The Last Jedi.
Pathetic.
My score for Jumanji The Next Level is 8 out of 10 on the smoldering intensity scale. Thanks for watching, and remember to do that thing with that button right below that does that thing where you get that notification thing that tells you that there's a new video thing. Also feel free to comment and tell me what you liked or disliked so I can either do them again to make you happy or do them again to piss you off. Don't at me. Jumanji The Next Level went to the next level.